Okay, in this video we're going to multiply some more polynomials. These polynomials are often called special cases. It's because they look a little bit different than the other ones that you've been working with, or their answers look a little bit different. So right now we're going to start with just squaring a binomial. When you see a question like this, the tendency is to want to just square the numbers that you see in front of you and say that 2 squared is 4, and get 4x squared and 1 squared is 1. But that is not the case at all. All you need to do is remember to rewrite the problem before you start working it out. To understand, what does squared really mean? Well, squared means that you have this twice. So you have 2x plus 1 times 2x plus 1. Please make sure that you're always writing this out before you choose how you're going to multiply the problem from here. You can multiply it any way you want. You can use long multiplication, you can use Punnett squares, or distributive property. The choice is yours. For me, working them out, I will work them out using distributive property. If you need to see them worked out a different way, just talk to me, let me know, and I'll upload a video working them out the other ways as well. But I'm going to go ahead and use distributive property as I work this out. So 2x times 2x. Let's start with the numbers. 2 times 2 is 4. X and x makes x to the second. Notice when I draw the arrow, I do not draw all of them. I wait until it's all worked out till I go to the next one. So now I'm going to multiply 2x times 1. I start with the numbers. 2 times 1 is 2, and the x carries down. So now I'm done distributing the 2x. Okay, so now we're going to distribute the 1. 1 times 2x. 1 times 2 is 2. X carries down. 1 times 1, well, that's easy, that's 1. The thing that you'll notice about special cases when you're squaring a binomial is that the center, they'll be the same. If they're not the same, then you're probably doing something wrong in your problem. But let's go ahead and combine our like terms. So 4x squared doesn't have a like term, so it stays 4x to the second. These two are like terms, so you just do what the signs tell you to. 2 plus 2 is 4. X carries down. Does not become x squared when you're adding. And 1 doesn't have a like term, so it comes down as plus 1. Okay, let's look at another one. X minus 5 to the second power. Again, it doesn't mean that you should take them individually and square. All it means is that you have to write it twice. So x minus 5 times x minus 5. I'll go ahead and use long multiplication since I did distributive on the first one. So I'll go x minus 5 and then x minus 5 here. So you're going to start with this negative 5 and you're going to multiply above. So negative 5 times negative 5 makes positive 25. Negative 5 times x makes negative 5x. And I'm done multiplying that negative 5 through. Go ahead and put my placeholder there. Now I'm going to multiply the x through. Again, this is just another way to show distributive property, and it's your preference on which way you want to multiply. X times negative 5 is negative 5x, and x times x is just x to the second power. Again, what you should notice is that the like terms are identical, and that's what happens when you have a special case like squaring a binomial. So now we're going to add down the columns. So x squared, negative 5 and negative 5 makes negative 10. Bring down the x. 25 plus 0 is 25. Alright, let's look at one last one. We've got 5x plus 3y to the second. Let's go ahead and write it out twice. 5x plus 3y, 5x plus 3y. Since I've already used distributive and long multiplication, I'm going to go ahead and set this one up in a Punnett square. Since there's 2 terms by 2 terms, I just need 2 boxes by 2 boxes. So 5x and 3y, you're going to put 5x and a positive 3y. 5x and 3y, you're going to put a positive 5x and a positive 3y. So now let's multiply to get inside our boxes here. 5 times 5 is 25. X and x makes x to the second. Box down here, 3 times 5 is 15. I have a y and an x. I'm going to go ahead and write it alphabetically as xy. Box up here, 5 times 3 is 15. I have an x and a y. I'll write it as xy. And the last box, 3 times 3 is 9. Y and y is going to make y squared. Sorry, that one turned out bad. Alright, again, if you'll notice all three ways, all three examples, the like terms that you see are identical. Again, if they're not and you're squaring a binomial like this, I would look for that to be a red flag that you've done something wrong. To write your answer, you start in the upper box right here. So 25x squared. Then the like terms in your center, 15 and 15. 15 plus 15 makes 30. You carry xy down, does not become squared when you're adding. And then the last box here is what you write on the end. So 25x squared plus 30xy plus 9y squared.